It is Rhythms of Africa 2025. We just wrapped. And the theme for this show is Music to My Ears. I'm sitting right now with the founder of not just Rhythms of Africa, but Embrace Music Foundation, the man, the myth, the legend, one of my favorite people on the planet, all right, who I still think should get his own 15-minute stand-up comedy routine in each year's Rhythms of Africa, Mr. Willie Stewart. Sir Willie, welcome, you, sir.
Well, thank you, sir. You know, Sir Greg, you know that you are the real deal.
I appreciate it, sir.
You are the real deal. And to me, you bring out the best, but you bring out the truth in people. So
the truth serum.
Whether them want. So if you come in on this program to tell any untruth, I'm telling you, it won't be the alternate truth. You'll be the alternate of what you said. You'll be there definitely. Anyway, yes, sir. I want to thank you for your support.
Pleasure.
Keeping and being a real fan, but deep down a supporter of the kids. And
it's
what
a pleasure.
About. If nobody knows what it's about, it's you know.
It's
and
a pleasure.
Every time I see a side of the stage, and every time I want to get a lift up, you lift me up. It's amazing.
I'm lifted too, sir. Trust me, the music from then till now and just watching what's going on. We're going to get into the stuff that you participate in every year, which is the cultural significance as well as the importance of having the students involved. But I want to talk to you about something else. Last time, a couple weeks ago, we were in the studio getting ready for the show. We're talking about what's about to happen. And we just had two stellar nights of Sir Ken Boothe O.D on the stage, somebody who you share a history with.
Yes.
And I described it to my daughter as a spiritual experience.
Yes.
2 nights in a row.
Yes.
Now you talk to me about your experience.
My experience, as we explained, as I said on the show, that when I met Ken as a 16-year-old and looking at him as a young man and being able to play with him on the same stage with Byron Lee at Carib Theatre and at Arena, I felt accomplished. I felt that it was an honor. And that friendship kept all these years.
Wow.
Even though I don't see him so much.
Right.
But I follow him and him follow, I guess, my third world. Because to him, I was his drummer.
Right.
I had the ability to play. And it was great because when I called him, because there was other artists I was looking for, and but God wanted him.
Yeah.
Show. And when I talked to him first, and the manager said he would do it, I was happy.
Wow.
Because I wanted, and him said the only reason why I was coming to the show is because of the history that we have with Byron Lee. Because it was in Byron Lee, and Byron Lee was back in Monday, was there, and the relationship I had then, and he said the only reason why, he hadn't traveled for 5 years, as he said.
Yeah.
This is the first show, and to come here at Florida, here at the Miramar Culture Center is an honor. Wow. It's great, and the way the people treated him, and I think this gives him longevity.
Yeah.
Well, I think he said he cried. I just talked to him here, and he said tears coming.
It was very emotional. I saw that.
Yeah, and you could see that when the mayor gave him the thing, and it's like it touched him hard, and he could hear the children play. And he said, "Boy, this is great. This is great." And music is not only about stardom and going to play and flashiness. Sometimes when you play with artists and appreciate these artists like Ken Boothe, it lasts. Is something that you're doing. It's healing. Music have the power and heal. And when it heals, it's like the recipient be able to continue their mission.
Yeah.
And I believe Ken Boothe has work to do, and he will remember this. And when the time that pain take him or whatever he's going through, but in that thing, he will look back and for that moment, he remember the music, and he will get healing.
Right.
And the love that was shown
to him
is sustainable.
Reciprocal. The love he sent out came right back.
Came right back in. And this is what you remember. You get to know that, boy, you have still the power to be able to sing and affect people in a positive way.
Right.
And then remember your songs and sing it. Not make a musician or singer more happier than that when they can put something out that's very important to them, and then they see the response of love coming back to them.
Yeah.
Put out energy.
Comes back.
As Demola said, please give him energy.
Right.
And it feeds, and then it moves, and it becomes, the people can't control themselves.
I love it. And I keep going back to the concept of it being a spiritual experience for me. I sat on this, or stood on the side of that stage, and I saw him, and as he sang, it was like, we all know physically speaking, he's in the wheelchair singing, but I saw him And the thing that came to my mind was the Bible, the story in the Bible of when Jesus said to the man, "Get up and walk," right? Because he looked like he was ready to get up and walk.
The music, when the music hits you, the energy. I say, when the music hits you, you feel no pain. But him, it was like, wow. Because remember, his senses.
Yes.
Has he can't probably see so well, but his senses, he can feel the people.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
his senses sharpened.
Yeah.
You can feel any move or anything. It's like you feel the atmosphere of everybody. It's like you can. It's like you're there, but the emotions and effects. So when him see him vibe off the crowd, and then vibe back to him, and when him sing back the songs, he can hear the love coming back to him.
Yeah.
And this is what him said, that I am now have a job. I know that I can go back out there. Because sitting at home sometimes and going through the pain of life, boy.
True.
The worst thing is for a musician to sit down.
Yeah.
Or be in bed. Because you want to play, you want to go out there. But sometimes you reach a stage where it becomes difficult.
Yeah.
But what keeps you going is the power of the love from people, family, that encourage you. And when you go, it's like, because when you do music, there's no pain. Even if you do, it's like your body, the endorphins in your body. So it's like healing. It like body comes alive.
Yes.
And I say, when him hit the drums and the drummers are playing his songs, it's like you forget what age it is.
Very, very true.
All of him dead and said, boy, I remember, Ratty, this was like when I was in England, man. Boy, this was Paris. And it's like, for all of a sudden, the brain is a funny thing. All of a sudden, if it's left to him get up and run off the chair, but you forget. You forget. You forget. And also for the same thing, when the people come to the show and them see the show, it's like all the problems, the money problems, the stress, you don't forget that, because this about Rhythms Africa is about escape. Escaping somewhere where you can live for a few hours and be happy. A space where you have
pure, clean escape for 2 hours.
You listen to the music to my ears. You hear the keyboard playing, you hear the fine vocals. You hear that's why when Demola played that violin, it's like it electrify the people.
That guy's a star.
It's like the violin is like it's touching, and the higher him climb with the violin, you want more. It's like sugar, honey. I said, no, man, give me this.
He's singing through his instrument.
Him sing, but I say, it's like there's a ventriloquist in the thing there, and it's going in and thing. That's why I said, when I heard him play the violin, I hear him play Feel Good, I started saying, this man
something
must
special.
have some connection with Jamaica.
Something special.
It must, because interpret the way him interpret. I've never heard anybody in a violin do that. And when him solo, usually get a solo and kind of, his keep on going on.
Yeah.
And him just start, the warm coming off and continue. It's like,
no, he needs a 2-hour show.
Yeah, man.
He needs a 2-hour show,
He could go on, and he could go on forever. And the way him love it, I mean, in it, and it's like him, and he's humble.
Yeah.
He gives to everybody around him. Him going to honor musician, boom, fist them, and he call, yeah, right, the people, and when you see go to the people and thing. So humbleness,
I love it,
is what makes some of the greatest musicians.
We've had some stellar shows, Rhythms of Africa, here and other venues, and each year when we pack up like a night like this and go home, and you get a 15-minute rest, because apparently you don't get resting is not what you do. So we always start talking about what can we do, can we get better. Last year we had the ladies,
and they said that was the best ever.
And they said that was amazing.
And now everybody say what? You tell me.
The best ever. Right?
Well, this morning someone come and say, you can't do no more show. I said, what do you mean?
What are you going to do from here?
You'll never beat this one.
Yeah.
But then I never say I can, or I can, or I cannot.
Right.
Because it's a spiritual thing.
Yeah.
As I tell you, when I talk to you and I said that, I think about the idea and I get it. That music to my ears. I know what theme is going to be next time. But whatever I get is like the Creator brings who going come. And if not, to me, I give thanks, because it's not me one.
Right.
Many pieces. You, I was on the PR, the encouragement, my family.
Right.
Them are engaged. The city, Miramar, the mayor, commission, the city itself. We're talking about sponsors, Jamaica Tourist Board. We're talking about VMBS. broad cultural affairs, FAB, all of them, the donations from private people to make this one. It's a lot of people put and give, a lot of love, a lot of time. The musicians that play, Vinny, Leroy, some of us, like Jesse and Nicole, has been with us from 2010.
Yeah.
Every year.
Yeah.
And it's not like they love it because of the children. They give him back. And this is what I think people realize. The sincerity. And I try and pick, or maybe let's say the creator give me the energy to pick the type of musicians that love what they do. Because it's at least 11 rehearsals.
Yeah.
Sometimes them are for work. They're at rehearsal from 8 o'clock back till 12 because that's the time we can only do it. Till 12 at night, sometimes 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock. So it is a lot of giving, a lot of work, but at the end of the day,
But it's rewarding work.
the rewarding is when you see the children smile.
Everybody from young to old.
And when you see old and young people can say, boy, they really love it. They really got something. Because I believe if you go to a show, musicians can play sharp and you can play energy and you play and they leave and say, oh. But when the music, some musicians come on earth to feed the soul. As Demola said.
Yep.
It's a different set of musicians. Those that create is a different set of musicians. Because those who create come from the higher source. But it's not them. It's the energy that God gives.
They're just the vessel on the vehicle.
They're just the vessel. Then it's nothing. Because some people, singers, because it's so near to the head and the brain, they believe it's them. If you do that, you lose the road. You have to be humble because that is coming through you, you don't own. It's to give to the people.
Yeah.
And we really realize that a musician's job is not an easy job because when you're young, you do things and say, boy, I want to make a hit. It goes out there and music can create peace. Music can create war.
Absolutely.
Music can create negativity. Music can, many things come from it. If we respect it and understand it, and musicians realize the job, singers, artists, rappers, the job that they have, if they knew the influence to people, they would be more careful
Of what they say.
because once you put it out there, you can't take it back.
Yep.
It's gone. And it goes on your record. So you have to have something that you can be proud of that's going to help. So when you go there, you go with intentions. What is your intention? What is your intention? You go there to make money. Everybody wants to live. But you want, is that over? If a young artist gets a job and they're going to go out there, but they have to take off some of their clothes like women, how far are you willing? What is your concept?
Yeah.
You need to
What
have
are
a
the
concept.
limits?
The limits. You must know the edges. My concept, how far am I going to make it?
Right.
You have to have that. You have to say, well, I'm going to go so far. And what am I giving? What am I giving out? Is it just another play and enjoy myself? Or am I really trying to give back either energy or something of substance?
Right.
And sometimes the road is not easy. Sometimes you're going to go through changes to make the situation till you understand what you're about. But when you do, then it's never a day of work.
Wow.
Because when you play, it's coming from deeper within. All of us have a mission on planet Earth. And if we would listen to that inner voice, we'd have done things. But because sometimes money trap us, we say, but we have to survive. Because that's the way the world's still.
Right.
But if you stay to what your God-given gift is, you never, ever regret it because you never feel like you're working. Like when I play up there, it's not work, it's joy. When people work is when you have to work and you don't want to go to work. And you're doing something and you have to make money. Making money
true.
is not a thing. What the joy is doing something that you came on earth and make you happy. Something that empower you that you want. You listen, you're there, and time doesn't matter. You spend hours on it. This is what will make you happy. This is what make you don't age. And this will make you say, thank you.
Wow.
It's the best thing for your soul. So, in a show of Rhythms of Africa, when children come together with older people, and everybody's in one circle that you see tonight, miracles can happen.
Wow.
I believe in that window of time, God can say, this is enough love. I can probably save the next storm. And when the music plays and these people leave, they leave with that energy. And so for the next month, they're energized, they remember. And so this is the gift of music. And when God bless the musicians who have that love, then there's no better way to be able to play and give back.
Wow.
Than that way.
What else can we say? Absolutely true. Let me say, because you're the man behind the scenes putting in all the work, and you're the one giving out the thank yous and whatnot. But let me just say, on behalf of every person that walked through that door yesterday and today, on behalf of the musicians who have to go and don't get the opportunity sometimes to give you and to say the proper thank you, maybe not until tomorrow. On behalf of Mr. Ken Boothe, Demola, Strings, everybody, because this show, while it's food for the audience, it is also sustenance for the people involved. So let me say, on behalf of everybody, thank you for all the effort, for all the work. Thank you so much for the years of Rhythms of Africa. And more than anything else, thank you so much for tonight's show, Rhythms of Africa 2025, music to my ears.
Thank you, sir. And thank you to the supporters that have supported you. Thank you to the supporters that support us with Rhythms, because people have come back, and without them, we could never survive.
Absolutely.
And I go back, thank you to the supporters over the many years that support Third World. We're there. As I tell people, I give them, I must give them my autographs. They have to give me theirs, because without people and without people supporting you, there's nothing.
Right.
So to me, we have to give thanks for every day. You give thanks, and that's important. And thank you for the work you do, and thank you for the wonderful daughters being such a princess.
Pleasure.
Thank you.
So we're going to get some sleep tonight, and tomorrow we get up and start planning 2026.
Yeah, get some sleep tonight, and I have an idea where I think we're going, and if it's the right way, then the journey will go there. But then sometimes we don't know, because at last show I never had this in mind at all.
No.
But it's all good.
Yeah, and if you can top this show, you might have to go get a seance and resurrect Bob Marley from the grave, because this was a spiritual experience. Sir Willie.
Sir, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, man.
Much love.